3 times when a Finnish man says I love you.
You were like, okay, let's go to my place. And they haven't like even tried to kiss you or anything.
Did anybody meet their husbands like drunk?
No.
Hey guys, I'm Marina and I make videos on dating around the world. And this is why I decided to come to Helsinki in balmy October. I was genuinely curious to find out how the Finns dated. Was the hookup scene as rampant as I had expected? What should a foreigner know before getting into a relationship with a Finnish man or woman? I already explored it somewhat in the last video, but wanted to get more of an insight in this video. So I decided to ask the people on the streets.
How did you meet your partner?
It was a student's party.
What would you want Finnish women to do more of?
Ask me on a date.
Really?
Makes the initiative.
We formed first a friendship, like we were just, good day friends, and it started from there. So it wasn't like a classic one-night stand start.
And your perfect partner?
Probably from Finland. Finnish women know better being independent.
Would you prefer to date a Finn or a different culture?
Maybe a different culture. I feel like they are not that gentlemen. Finnish people, they just say like, wow, I like your ass. This kind of thing in a bar.
Nice. What would you wish Finnish guys did more of when it comes to dating?
Like, come to just talk, open mouth. And like, when they approach, they tend to be a bit
awkward.
Too awkward. Yeah. And they're always coming when they're drunk. Yeah. Too drunk. Sober.
Did anybody meet their husbands like drunk here?
No.
Even if the Finnish guy may be also interested, but sometimes they just don't maybe have the courage to take the first step and break the ice. If you see like a cute guy, you're interested, go talk to them. No one is really doing first steps. Anyone who can take action is having an upper hand in the terms of the dating scene because there's no competition.
I feel that I can trust them. But they are not that good at conversations and they don't talk much about their feelings.
Like 3 times when a Finnish man says I love you. First is like when you get married, and second one is when his babies are being born or being delivered, and then third is on the deathbed, something like that. English I love you. It's kind of like a light thing you can say to many things, but in Finnish, like mä rakastan sua, I love you in Finnish, it carries a lot of weight. I don't really say I love you to my girlfriend that often, but we hold hands and we kiss in the public. And
how many times have you told your girlfriend you love her?
We've been together for 2.5 years.
Okay, and?
And how many times? I think 4 or 5. We Finns like to express our feelings through actions.
My wife told me that women of southern countries, that they express their feelings, they talk about their feelings, that apparently it's something that Finnish men, they don't usually, they keep that for the sauna time. And when they are naked and sweating, that's the moment when they are honest and they talk about their feelings.
So for me to get like a good interview with a Finnish man, I need to be in the sauna.
Exactly.
As Eric and I continued chatting, a random Finnish man overheard us and came over to share his opinion.
We are a little bit more straightforward. We don't like show ourselves. We don't like to brag ourselves because it's very embarrassing. It's phony, and we don't like that in our society. We will see that very soon.
If somebody pays you a compliment, for example that, oh, your hair is great today, then you might hear something like, yes, I washed it. We have a weird negative approach to them.
If you have ever watched the video, you know you're dating a Finnish woman when you might remember Charlotta. Charlotta and I met while she was living in Toronto and touched base as soon as I arrived to Helsinki. As someone who has lived in both North America and Finland, I knew she'd have a lot to say about dating here.
You basically got back into like living in Finland and dating in Finland, so how is that? Tell me.
Well, in terms of dating, I should have stayed in Canada. I went out with one Finnish guy this past summer on 3 dates, and that was the longest relationship I've had with another Finn in the last 6 years. I hit it off so much easier with especially North American guys because, like, you know, they know how to do banter and, like, they're more kind of jokey and more relaxed and, like, more outgoing. It's a lot more difficult to get to know Finnish guys, and you feel like you're interrogating someone on a first date. And, like, sometimes you might get these experiences where you're like, this is, like, really forced conversation and, like, this is going nowhere, and then, like, the guy might text you afterwards and, like, I had a really great time, it was so nice hanging out with you. I'm like, did you? Really didn't seem like that.
Nice to have some flowers and yeah.
It's okay.
Heard you had a crappy Monday with the kids. I came with flowers.
Okay.
That would be nice. And on top of that,
maybe some surprises.
Yeah, go ahead and have some alone time
or something.
Yeah. Like a date night, right? Something like that.
If someone would approach me with flowers, you're so beautiful, come grab a coffee with me, like, fuck my husband, I have just give me the flowers, I have take a cup of coffee with you, yeah.
Flirting here is not really a thing. Like, Finnish guys mostly don't know how to flirt, and, like, a lot of time they also don't really know how to make a move on a first date, or, like, even later on. Like, they might still expect to get sleep with you on the first date, but a lot of time they assume that that kind of just happens, that, like, okay, towards the end of the date you've had enough drinks or whatever, you're like, okay, let's go to my place. And they haven't, like, even tried to kiss you or anything. They wouldn't get necessarily offended if you're like, okay, I don't want to sleep with you on the first date. Most of them will be understanding about that, and, like, then they might, like, sort of dial it back, but then as a result of that, it might also be like dial it back too much and, like, leave it all to you. Something that I feel a lot of time is, like, with Finnish guys, I feel like I need to do everything. It's not very romantic.
How would you like to be approached?
Probably just, like, commenting about my outfit or something, but not in, like, a creepy way. Just like being nice. You have a really cool outfit, and then we can start the conversations.
Would you prefer to hear more compliments? Maybe, but not like, I don't want to feel like I own something, like I need to do something to earn them.
I was genuinely taken back. Strong, independent Finnish women wanting to hear more compliments, wanting flowers and surprises. Was my opinion of Nordic women wrong all along?
Have you had any reindeer?
No, I never.
Missä voi olla istumassa sitten?
Keskellä on iso pöytä siellä.
Siellä voi. Okay.
I would take one of these.
Yeah.
Breads and then one chanterelle and maybe one reindeer.
Yeah, let's do that.
When a Finnish girl hears too many of these, oh, you're so beautiful, then it might come across as maybe not authentic to them because they are not used to hearing that. In terms of being actually in the relationship, I think then when it's your partner, then you are more looking forward to those positive comments.
Let's say you met someone interesting, maybe you had one date, and then what happens between the dates. So it's not really like a common just to say like, hey, how are you, and kind of expect things to go there, because we kind of look for like something important to talk about. So if you say like, hey, how are you, Finn may just say good, because that answers the question.
It answers the question, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will send something funny about the date we had and kind of use that to open the conversation.
I feel that in the Finnish culture we do need a lot of space. We need a lot of space, but this is something you don't need to worry about, because I think the Finn in question will kind of adjust their spacing in between you naturally. I feel like some relationships move really fast in Finland as well, so that can happen, but overall if you think about how spontaneous Finnish people are, we are not so much.
So I was under the impression coming here, oh, Finland is huge on hookups, huge on getting drunk, huge on sex the first night. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I definitely don't think that getting drunk is as a huge thing as it was 10 or 20 years ago.
In the 80s and 90s, it was more about getting drunk, and then you get enough courage to go and talk to somebody. But nowadays, young people don't like to drink so much. There's like a trendy thing now. They have these sober parties, they're like techno raves or stuff where there's no drugs or no alcohol or anything. Finns have always had a very weird relationship with alcohol. I think because of the weather partly, and because of our history with the war and all that. a lot of people had this problem with the drinking. So, you're supposed to work hard and, just really not drink, but then on Friday and Saturday it would get, wasted. So there's always been a weird thing. And we still have an alcohol monopoly. So the state owns all the alcohol shops. And on Sundays you can't get alcohol at all. I mean, you can get beer, but wine and liquor is only in these alcohol shops. I don't know what year it ended, but you had to buy food. Every time you get alcohol, you need to buy some food, but nobody wanted to buy any food, right? And if you go to a bar, you just want to get drunk, but you couldn't. So you would, you'd get some vodka and a beer, and then they would have like a vacuum-packed sandwich that they would bring to your table. And then nobody would touch the sandwich. It's just there in the vacuum. And then the next people who came in, I said, okay, we'll have, like 2 beers. Okay, I'll get the sandwich for you. So they would have that one vacuum-packed sandwich that would go from table to table. They said that they could be like 3-4 days old.
So the bar owners knew that nobody was eating the sandwich.
No.
It was just a formality.
Yeah.
Drinking may have slowed down in the recent years, but on our night out with Charlotta, I noticed a huge difference in the people. Everybody was singing along, laughing, exchanging eye contact with me. We were quickly approached by drunk Finnish men who proceeded to hug us and yell into our ears in Finnish. It was such a contrast from the reserved daylight Finns who seemed terrified at exchanging eye contact.
So Finland is like well known for its hookup culture. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
and so far people have been like, yeah, it's a thing. What do you think?
Yes, so it's kind of interesting that we are, at the same time, we're kind of shy and reserved and all these kind of things, but then we have the hookup stuff as well.
Yes.
And we are raised to be okay with nudity. So for example, we go to sauna with our family members and we kind of get this upbringing that being naked is okay. I think the dating culture is kind of open, so open-minded, I guess.
Are hookups still a big thing, would you say? I mean, we are in our 30s, so we don't do that as much anymore. I mean, I never did that, but I mean... That is such
Based on the experiences kind of in my circles, the hookup scene is there still. So
in your 30s.
In your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. I feel like Finnish people are in touch with their bodies, with their sexualities. So if you want to have sex immediately, that's fine. Or as a woman, you don't feel like a slut for doing it. That it's not stigma to be divorced in Finland or be a single mom in Finland and to do dating. Sex is a part of like healthy human life. Everybody enjoys it. Yes.
You guys like activities. I think it's part of the activities.
Yes, so it's definitely like one to check down.
We have like 6 mothers.
Yeah.
One is missing.
One is missing.
Yeah.
But yes, we're going out tonight, so we are going to a hotel and our husbands are taking care of our children.
And is this the first time you've gone out? Like, is this the first time in a while that you've been out?
3 years.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus. So what's the plan? You're going to a hotel and then?
Hotel, makeup, grab a little snack, then go to dinner and
Bubbles.
some bubbles.
Sparkling.
Yeah, and then I think we are going to dance on top of the tables until the bar closes and they have to like
After party.
take us out.
So can I see you in like 3 hours? Can we do this again?
Give us 1 hour.
If you're trying to make plans with someone, first of all, you need to first ask them like, okay, so like, are you free like sometime in the next couple of weeks, or like, are you free on Friday? Like, I'd like to go out or whatever. And then they're like, okay, yes, I'm free. Like, it would be nice to see you. And then after that, it's like this whole really long back and forth of like, okay, where do you want to go? What time would suit you? And like, I don't know, I don't really care. Like, where do you want to go? It gets really frustrating, and it's like this whole thing that takes forever. But like, it's also considered impolite. If you're like, hey, I want to go on a Friday, you're coming with me.
Why do Finns do that, do you think?
I think it's a lot about like being polite and not wanting to be like seen as too pushy. You know, you don't want to assume that they'll just be okay with going out, whatever.
It's so much overthinking and so much like,
it is.
How would they react to that if I assume, and am I being too presumptuous? And am I bragging? And yeah. When Charlotta told me karaoke bars are a thing in Finland, I was like, No, because I assumed you were like, why do you want to go to karaoke bar? I was like, we're not in Korea.
Yeah.
And then apparently it's a thing here.
It's a thing here. So like we have these karaoke bars, like I'd say one at least every square kilometer or so, especially downtown. So this is not unique. And like as you can hear, someone's already singing, and it's not even 9 p.m.
Think of pain, a touch of sable in their eyes.